Welcome back to Fight Talk MMA, your place for all the latest combat sports highlights and breaking news. Today we're covering fighter feuds, shifting division plans, and even a recent UFC release. But before we dive into the video, we'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and comment below to let us know you're enjoying the content. Your support truly makes a difference. Many fans have noticed that Merab hasn't been pleased with Sean O'Malley's recent remarks. Sean O'Malley openly thanked Merab for the lessons he learned in their last fight, saying it made him better not just as a competitor but as a human being. However, Merab responded on social media, hinting he'd prefer fewer warm sentiments and more competitive fire. Rumors suggest that a rematch might be in the works, potentially landing at a future UFC event. If they do meet again, both men will bring improved skill sets, and it could settle any lingering animosity once and for all. Fans are divided. Some argue Sean's style has evolved significantly since their first clash, while others believe Merab remains one of the most relentless wrestlers in the division. Whether you're rooting for the striking of O'Malley or the pressure game of Vili, this matchup is bound to be explosive. Talk is growing that Islam Makhachev might follow the path that Ilia Topuria took in featherweight and relinquish his lightweight title to move up in weight. Some insiders believe Islam wants to avoid a scenario where he loses at lightweight and diminishes his chance of challenging for gold at welterweight. Others point out that Makhachev has already taken major risks, like defending against top contenders and even crossing paths with Alexander Volkanovski. The possibility of a second belt is enticing, especially with the welterweight title fight on the horizon. If Jack Della Maddalena dethrones Belal Muhammad, Islam could target that matchup for a historic second championship. Fans are excited but also divided. Some feel the lightweight division is too stacked for the champ to walk away, while others believe his dominance deserves a shot at 170. Either way, a decision might come after the May welterweight showdown. Despite Islam Makhachev being the title holder, many in the MMA community suspect Khabib Nurmagomedov still holds considerable sway over his decisions. Henry Cejudo has mentioned that Khabib might veto certain fights if he feels challengers haven't truly earned their spot. This rationale comes from the number of contenders at lightweight vying for a crack at Makhachev. Names like Charles Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan, and possibly Ilia Topuria moving up. Khabib is rumored to want these contenders to climb the ranks properly rather than leapfrogging over established names. This adds another layer of intrigue, as fans wonder whether Islam truly calls the shots, or if Khabib's legacy and mentorship continue to guide the champion's career. Regardless, those in Team Nurmagomedov maintain that they're focused on fairness and ensuring the best fights happen at the right time.
Talk before about Islam fight, Charles, blah blah blah.
Yep.
I told you, Islam gonna take him to the deep ocean and make him top. I told you. Nothing against Charles Oliveira, but Islam on another level.
Yeah.
Just people have to understand.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to understand Islam is.
The next few months could reshape two divisions if Islam Makhachev truly commits to welterweight. His plans hinge on how Belal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena plays out. If JDM emerges with the belt, it might be the perfect storm for Islam to step up. This scenario has sparked debate over whether he's bypassing notable lightweight contenders. While some accuse Makhachev of stalling the lightweight division, others see it as a bold move in pursuit of greatness. Meanwhile, Belal Muhammad has been vocal about wanting to cement his reign, and JDM is confident he'll snatch the title. A subsequent super fight between Islam and the welterweight champ could draw massive attention and possibly set a new standard for multi-division battles. The outcome at UFC 304 will likely set the tone for the latter half of the year, leaving fans buzzing about who might reign supreme across weight classes. Tensions in the welterweight division aren't just about title challenges. Kamaru Usman recently called out Belal Muhammad for trash talking, suggesting his behavior is edging into Colby Covington territory. The clash stemmed from Belal joking about putting Jack Della Maddalena's team on cheap flights, which some saw as a playful jab and others viewed as disrespectful. Usman believes that if Belal dislikes Colby for his antics, then he shouldn't adopt a similar style. Fans have weighed in heavily on social media, with some supporting Belal's confident banter, while others think it undermines his persona. For Belal, it seems to be a strategy to stay relevant and put pressure on potential opponents. As the welterweight title landscape changes, personal dynamics like these could influence matchups, especially if grudges intensify. Expect more verbal sparring before these fighters settle things in the octagon.
To be that fighter that day, and for me, I literally was just in there. So like,
it's just another day in the office.
Fresh matchups are gearing up to shake the UFC schedule. Edmund Shabazian is set to face Andre Petroski, a bout that promises high-level striking and a test of grappling skills. Another confirmed fight is Damon Blackshear versus Haley Alatangheli, with both prospects looking to climb the rankings. Meanwhile, Hamdi Abdelwahab has a rescheduled clash with Muhammad Usman, shifting from May to June 21st. All three matchups spotlight fighters aiming to break into the next tier of contention, and each pairing looks to deliver a compelling blend of technique and aggression. From Edmund Shabazian's dynamic striking to Andre Petroski's ground game, fans have plenty of reasons to tune in. For Damon Blackshear and Healy Alatangheli, it's a chance to make a statement in a talent-packed division.
Comes officially 4 minutes, 9 seconds of round number 2 for your winner, Damon the Monster!
Daniel Cormier didn't mince words when asked about Conor McGregor's recent hints at pursuing a political career in Ireland. He argued that the vibrant, unstoppable McGregor, who once captured 2 UFC belts, has taken a different path, casting doubt on his ability to rally public support. Many Irish citizens remain split on Conor. Some still adore him for putting Ireland on the global fighting map, while others criticize his headline-grabbing incidents. To Cormier, the notion of Prime McGregor running for office feels far-fetched, especially considering McGregor's run-ins with local communities and controversies over the past year. Whether he truly makes a political push remains to be seen, but even longtime fans acknowledge it's an uphill battle. For now, the spotlight remains on whether Conor can return to the cage in top form, which might do more for his image than any campaign trail. In the featherweight division, Josh Emmett warned Lerone Murphy that he's facing a different caliber of fighter this weekend. Emmett has built a reputation on devastating knockdowns and immense power, which he insists Murphy hasn't yet encountered. For his part, Lerone Murphy believes a win mirrors Ilia Topuria's rise, defeating Emmett and lining himself up for a title shot. Both men share the same vision: climb the rankings and be viewed as legitimate threats to the champion. Emmett says he can catch anyone with a single shot, while Murphy prides himself on a smart, technical approach that can neutralize heavy hitters. Though Emmett is ranked higher, Murphy's undefeated record suggests he's as confident as ever. This has fight fans buzzing about who'll capitalize first. Victory here not only cements standing in the top 10, but could also define the next big title opportunity at 145. Recent rumors hinted at Alexander Volkov facing Jailton Almeida in July, but Volkov pushed back, saying he sees little reason to fight a lower-ranked opponent. He believes a win over Almeida doesn't necessarily boost him toward a title shot, questioning the logic of risking his spot in the heavyweight standings. Almeida quickly fired back, claiming he had already accepted the date and accusing Volkov of being hesitant to face him. Adding fuel to the fire, Almeida demanded that the UFC penalize fighters who reject matchups, suggesting the ranking system should punish reluctance. Some fans argue Volkov is within his rights to seek more rewarding fights, while others side with Almeida in calling out perceived ducking. As the two trade barbs on social media, the UFC might still push for the showdown. Whether it happens or not, this situation captures the razor-thin line between strategy and bravado. CJ Vergara has been let go by the UFC following a string of setbacks. His last outing ended in a submission loss, marking 3 consecutive defeats in addition to multiple weight cut issues. Vergara joined the promotion via Dana White's Contender Series with a promising finish, but consistency and scale troubles became recurring problems. A sole bright spot was a split decision win over a tough opponent, yet it wasn't enough to secure his position. Fans had hopes for his dynamic striking and finishing instincts, but the UFC appears to be tightening its roster. While it's a tough blow for Vergara, other organizations could benefit from his potential if he addresses weight management. For now, it's a cautionary tale about how quickly a fighter can go from highlight reel wins to free agency when repeated misses on the scale and losses stack up. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage of these heated matchups and evolving storylines. We appreciate your time and can't wait to bring you more breaking news and insights soon.